I am standing outside in front of a Mustang, and it's raining. Of course. This is a Mustang. Yes, a Mustang, but it's no ordinary Mustang. This one in particular is the 2017 Ford Mustang GT with the 5.0 engine, and it's the Track Pack. With the Track Pack, it comes with the 6-speed manual, 373 gears. It comes with the black side skirts, black front lip, black wheels, 9.5-inch wheels in the front, 10 inches in the back, Brembo brakes, and the suspension is a lot beefier. Stock power, it makes 430 horsepower. However, this owner has changed up a lot of things to make it look a lot more aesthetically pleasing, and it performs a lot better. The owner has vinyl wrapped the hood vents black, the mirrors black, and the roof black. The owner added a black lip spoiler, which I think looks really nice, and he blacked out the GT badge, the 5.0 badge, as well as on the other side, and the pony in the front. Now, it's chipped and it's showing some of the chrome, and that's because it's taken a few rock chips and debris on the road, but in all honesty, I like this look. Starting off under the hood, the owner has a C&L cold air intake, a Mishimoto oil catch can, an 85mm throttle body, a strut bar, and a tune for the engine. Then moving to the side of the car. Now you would think that this is how it looks stock, but it's actually not. And the only thing he has changed with the suspension is the springs, and he's got Eibach lowering springs on the front as well as on the back. Then we move lower into the car, and unfortunately I can't get under there, but the owner has a Corsa Sport catback exhaust. If you look at the tip, it says Corsa Performance right there. A little bit of a raindrop, but it's whatever. Then move towards the back. He has 20mm spacers on both wheels at the rear, so they're sticking out quite a bit, and they're just flushed with that fender. For this last part, like I said, we can't get under there, but he has a Steeda subframe at the bottom, and he's got vertical links with spherical bearings. So that is it for the outside. Let's get on to the interior. Right away, it feels really low. That's because I'm so used to driving my 4Runner, and it's higher up than most cars. But other than that, not much has been done to the interior except for two things. One, the owner has changed the steering wheel to one that has Alcantara, and it's textured differently, and it's got a flat bottom, whereas from the factory it's all round. And he has changed the shift knob to a round, what looks like a cue ball shift knob. Now, he has the gear numbers sideways, and I'm not so sure why he did that. He did say there's a good reason why he did it, but anyways, that's how he oriented the shift knob. And other than that, not much else has been done to it. I'm stepping on the clutch, just getting a feel for it, and it doesn't feel as stiff as I thought it would be. In fact, it feels kind of spongy, but it's something that I can manage. And with this, you have to step on the clutch. The green light on the push button ignition will light up, and that's when you could press the button to start the engine. So the owner has given me the keys, and he's letting me start up the car. Alright, well, let's get to it. You good?
Yep.
Alright. Here we go. I will admit, that sounds really nice. I am sitting in the passenger seat. This is the owner, Adam. He is a friend of mine, classmate of mine, and is a US Army veteran. And we are going under a bridge. That sounds nice. First of all, thank you for your service. So a little bit about yourself. You served in the Army for how how many years?
I served in the Army for 11 years.
11 years?
Yep.
And what did you do?
I was a combat engineer and logistics specialist.
Okay, so what made you decide to own this particular Mustang?
To be honest, I love the way it looked in the back for once. I didn't really like the way the Mustangs have looked for a long time, and I just love the way it looked and the way it sounded when I put an exhaust on it, and that's really what the power and handling as well in a muscle car. It's just a little balance of everything in this car.
If you did not get a Mustang, what would you have gotten instead?
It would have been something like a muscle car of this type. I wanted power. I came from a 335, and I also have a 2012 M3, so I had the beefy part, and I just wanted something with that much power. So it was either going to be a Camaro, which I don't like the way they look, no offense to anybody, or a Mustang, and you know, that was it. And this is just, I fell in love with the way this car, it's a driver's car after everything I've done to it. I think they look nice. It's just one thing I can't get over is the interior, for example.
Okay.
I feel like the interior just looks subpar. I mean, this, I know it's all cheap materials in both cars, but this at least to me looks a lot nicer and more finessed, I guess, than the Camaros. When I sit in a Camaro, it just feels like I'm sitting in a Cobalt, for example. Like, they're just cheap. Doesn't fit. It just doesn't say performance.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
I've never sat in a Cobalt, but I have sat in a Camaro, but I'll have to keep that in mind.
Well, everybody has their opinion. I'm not knocking them.
Yeah.
I'm stating why I bought this, you know.
Stock, this pushes at 430, but with all the mods that you put together, you're pushing at 506?
Correct.
506? How much torque though?
Stock is 400. I imagine right now it's probably around 460 or so.
Okay.
Somewhere around there, maybe 480.
I got you.
It's very torquey though. I mean, unfortunately today it's raining, so you know, we can't really do much, but we'll see what we can do here in a little bit.
And this is the 2017 model.
Yes.
You chose not to go with the 2018 model. Was
Correct.
it one because of the looks?
Looks on the front fascia, I'm not a big fan of, and then also the new dual fuel technology that they use. This is their first year using it. You know, typically when you buy a car the first year that it comes out, you're prone to have more problems than you would if you just wait a year or two when they fix the bugs or whatever, because typically it's very hard to produce a car that's perfect. And I hear that there's some fuel system issues with the new ones, but again, that's just what I've heard, and I haven't had a single issue with this car.
That kind of makes sense because, like on the 4th gen Forerunners, on the V6 models, starting on the 03 models, that's when they started having head gasket issues.
Right.
And starting on the 06 models, that's when they refreshed it, and I haven't had any head gasket issues. Okay, so I see where you're coming from. And wow, that Ford just cut off that. You saw that too, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I saw him in my rear view, like, okay.
Have you experienced any transmission problems yet?
No. I currently have 18,700 miles. I don't drive this car daily necessarily, but when I bring it out, I drive it. You know, that's what I bought it for. And I drive it really hard, and I shift really hard all the time, and I haven't had a single problem, so I can't relate to that. They either fixed something in this new one, or they just had something wrong with the previous gen. I'm not sure.
And funny enough, with the 2018 models, people are losing 3rd and 4th gear on that too.
And I can just, I mean, I haven't had one single issue with the transmission, period.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, and like I said, I drive it really hard.
So you've modded this car quite a bit, but what is one mod you think that was most effective?
The most effective crucial mod, without a question, had to be beefing up the rear subframe, and that includes the Steeda subframe braces that I put along with the upgraded 1-inch vertical or 1-inch thick vertical links with spherical bearings. Without that, there's no way this car could put the power down now, because when I bought it stock, this was a track pack.
Yeah.
And anytime that I tried to use first or second gear, all I did was the tires in the back would just bounce. As the torque would transfer to the back, the tires would just bounce for grip because there was no stabilization. As you know, Mustangs were once single axle, and now they're independent, so it's somewhat new for Ford.
It's a little sketchy.
Yeah, but it's not sketchy though. It's just fine-tuning that. That's all it was. I mean, once I knocked that out, this car became a monster.
I got you. So he just pointed out that there are 2 state troopers under this bridge that we were recording.
Oh, I just looked over and I saw that record leave, and I saw those 2 troopers, and I was like, oh. He just sat there and did like 5-6 rounds.
I wonder what they were thinking.
I don't know.
Yeah,
man, that's a nice Mustang.
I knew they were vehicles, but I didn't think they were state troopers. And then I got a closer look, and yeah, you weren't kidding.
No, I looked and I was like, oh.
That was a great ride. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to let me give an overview of your car, not a review, but just overview of it, and then get your thoughts and opinions on it.
Yeah, no problem. I had a great time. It was fun. I wish the weather would have been a little more cooperative, maybe a little bit more sunshine and dry asphalt to get a little bit more crazy, but I think all in all we still got some good video.
We definitely did.
And I'm glad to, I'm excited to see what comes out of it.
Sounds
so
good.
I'll let you go for now, and appreciate you, bro.
Well, and that's Adam, and again, thank you, Adam.
Yes, sir.
I actually had a great time riding in this Mustang and got to hear how it sounds on the outside. And I will be honest, I used to be closed-minded about Mustangs, but after actually riding in it, I can say I actually enjoyed it, and now I kind of see why people get Mustangs. Here are my thoughts and opinions. For what the owner did, which is, it's kind of moderate, a little more than moderate, but not too crazy, I was surprised that he pushed it from 430 to 506 horsepower. And he doesn't even have a supercharger on it. It's just bolt-ons, not full bolt-ons, and a tune. So that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you're subscribed, thanks. If you're not, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Take care, everyone. I will catch you on the flip side.